Hi, this is Head Harvester Ed LaFlamme from the East Coast. You know, every month the harvesters have what we call the Harvest Huddle. We do that on Zoom now. You know, different rooms you can make in Zoom. Well, each of us has a room. In each room there's a different subject, and we talk about that subject for about an hour. And it has really been awesome. We've had hundreds of people come on to our rooms. It's been amazing. Last month, the subject I chose was labor-saving machines. I tell you, it was a bonanza. Some of the people in that room, they were unbelievable with knowledge of machines that really help you save labor. So what I want to do is talk about 3 of those today. The first one is the Billy Goat Hurricane. The first time I saw this was in Louisville. And I'll tell you what, I was impressed. It's a stand-on machine. And one of my clients telling me just last month that he bought one of these machines and it really was a hurricane because the wind coming out of this thing, the velocity was 156 miles an hour. Can you believe that? It reduced his labor this year on this one big leaf crew they had by 50%. 50%, that's unbelievable. So you know that it paid for itself that year. This is a 35 horsepower machine, and it goes, like I said, it goes, you can make the blower go left, straight, or to the right on a little toggle switch. And it is a 0 turn, so it's very maneuverable, and it travels at 11 miles an hour. Man, I just wish I had this machine when I was in business. The next one is, it's a Dustless Saw. You know when they cut flagstone pavers, how much dust there is? Well, I was on a job a couple of years ago, and when I got out of the vehicle with the manager, there was so much dust I could hardly see the person cutting on the ground. Then I noticed he didn't have a mask on. I could not believe it. I told him, "Do you know how much liability you have?" He says, "I know." I said, "Well, do you talk to these guys?" He says, "Yes." And they put the mask on when we're here, and then when we leave, they take them off. I said, "You really need to do something about it." They said, "I know." He said, "You know, he's breathing in stone dust. It's horrendous." So the answer is the IQ PC 912. It's a dustless saw. It doesn't get better than that. I checked out the demos. It's pretty amazing. That reduces the liability and for sure makes it a lot easier to work. Now there's a couple of different kinds. I checked online. There's some that have a vacuum system, but then they have to deal with the hoses. Then you have to bring a vacuum on, and you know, they have to empty the vacuum and all the rest of it. Where this other system, they don't have to do that. All the dust gets captured in the unit itself, and it's very easy to empty it. So I would definitely, if I was doing that work again, I would definitely buy that machine. All right, the third, and this is so simple. It's called a Paver Suction Cup Paver Placer. Such an easy thing. You wonder, why didn't I think of that? Because you know, when I did this kind of work, I remember that I would jam my fingers in between the pavers, you know, when we're placing them in different spots. And sometimes they're pretty heavy. So it was difficult, and it took a lot of manpower to accomplish it. Well, I'll tell you what, they've solved this problem. All they do is take this gizmo and you put it right down on top of that paver, and then you just move it into place and set it down. No muss, no fuss. If you have to adjust it, it's a simple adjustment. I couldn't believe it. Again, the landscaper that was in my room said that he reduced his crew by 50%. And he's making the same amount of sales. So you know how much profit he's making compared to what he was before. Now, they have different kinds of units. Some have compressors, you know, to provide this the suction. But now I understand in Europe, they have another type on battery. Now, I don't know how good that is yet. I haven't heard of battery units in the US yet, but I'm sure they'll be coming soon. But whichever you use, it's going to save you time for sure. So there you go. This is Ed LaFlamme, hoping that these ideas are going to help you harvest your potential.